Welcome back to Healthcare Sucks, my friends. And Team 99, you're awesome. We will survive, like Donna Summers. So, with that being said, it just gets stranger and stranger, guys, every day. No matter which side of the coin you say this thing's for real, this thing's not for real. Um, it's Agenda 21, one world government, one world order, or maybe something else out there that's coming, and they're preparing for that. Lot to pick from. And that's just today's take on it. Tomorrow there'll be something else, I'm sure. So with that, I'd like to talk to you real quickly about the president's power being challenged everywhere that he seems to go right now. The states have decided to go their own way and rebel. Not like we didn't know this was going to happen sooner or later, because even though we were all, quote, getting closer together and going to unite and all this, and I hoped it would last. I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm not much of a hoper, but I kind of hoped it would last. But I think we're about ready to see major splitting like you've never seen before, guys. I think possibly even division of the states is coming. I'm not joking one bit. Seriously, division of the states. Maybe even states dividing within themselves coming. You think that could be fiction? It's not. And the numbers could be out there to do such things right now. Now, whether they can pull it off and get away with it, I'm not sure. Um, and depending which side of the coin you again, I'd like to see us all just get along and let's get through this, and move on to what's coming, because there's more coming, definitely, guys, than what meets the eye. But I want you to listen to a little news. Let's listen to what they say about this, about the new norm. In other words, us wearing masks from now on. Is there like something coming that's going to destroy the atmosphere and we're going to always have to have these things on? I mean, there's all kinds of weird things. Are we going to be plagued with different viruses and all kinds of stuff from here on out on Earth? Are we ever going to get back to what we had just a few months ago, guys? Do you, I know you do, Team 99, and a lot of my other viewers. You get it. But a lot of other people out there don't get it. That all of a sudden this is a world changing event. And we're not out of the woods. It's not even just the Wuhan 19. It's not the bioweapon situation. This is not about that. There is more at work here, guys. I mean, even if you don't do what I do and research everything, and you're sitting there at your table just thumbing through things now because you have some time, you've got to know this is not normal. This is not logical. This is just plain. They're pulling something behind our backs, guys. And I've heard all kinds of different things. Now, I brought it to you. Some talk about the meteors and the comet right now. Some talk about Nibiru, Planet 9 out there coming. Some talk about earthquakes and things under the earth situation. Some do stick with the a hardcore Wuhan is the whole reason. Then a lot of people bring up some other things that maybe this is no different than the flu technically. But it was man-made and is engineered, guys. There's no doubt that this thing is real. Now, whether this was intentionally to get us to do what we're doing or not, I can't honestly prove one way or the other. All I can do is read the cards and try to decipher the clues. But I can tell you, between now they're saying the president's possibly compromised, and I sent out notifications. Israel News Live did an interview yesterday with a lady from the government, and she said that the AI has totally infiltrated and took over, which is basically Terminator situation, guys. Skynet. And there is a real Skynet to boot. So do we not read all these signs? What do we do? Interesting question, isn't it, guys? So with that, I mean, there's just too many nutty things to count and too many possibilities. But I think we can all agree that something's not right. And my spidey senses are all over the place on this. All I can tell you right now, between they're plowing fields, there's food that could be given to the people. It's not rotted, it's not contaminated. They're plowing the fields under, not even harvesting this stuff. They're several meat plants, huge ones, have shut down. I'm waiting for them to start killing off the cattle, the chickens, and everything else, and then giving us some kind of paste to eat. There was a movie, I can't remember it right now, but it was like, I can't remember. When it comes to me, I'll have to get back to you, and I apologize. But it was basically back in the 60s and 70s to where they made these little cookie foods and stuff. And then there's been other ones to where they actually make it out of humans and stuff. I mean, just nutty, nutty things, guys. But I mean, and then we got truck drivers picking up half loads. We've got Walmart roping off stuff. Some of it's not even food aisles. It's like your baby stuff. Like if you had a baby and you went to go get your stuff, you know, the high chair and the seat to take your child home and all that kind of stuff, you can't get it. It's like nuts. So there is something major going on. And I know I'm not the only one saying this out there. You can thumb through the different videos and you can see it, guys. So what I wanted to do was touch base with you on this. I just want you to hear the California thing, and then we'll come back to the news. I'm going to do a second video, but I wanted to kind of talk first with you guys, because I know, by the way, I know I'm not on as much right now, but I'm doing research, and I've been doing things around here and bartering. I'm trying to teach you guys to barter. I'm going to go through some serious barter classes in the next couple days, because this is the time you can barter your butt off. I literally have bartered for 20 years. And I have to say, this has been the most constant flow of bartering and the most bartering I have ever seen out there between me and others going on right now. And of course, we're doing it safely. I mean, if I'm around anybody, I come in and clean up and soap up right away and stuff. And if I touch their stuff or get something from another party, I leave it outside to decontaminate, let's call it. And I'm sure people are doing vice versa, you know. But from out of the ashes is like this barter town type thing off of Mad Max. Is like, it's becoming real, guys. I can't tell you. The bartering is just like, while other business and all this are shutting down and closed, the bartering situation is boom. Because number one, people got to have stuff. Just because they can't get it from a store, and people that are survivalists, preppers, whatever you want to call us, people that are going to make it, we had thought about this and prepared for this exact incident. We had prepared for what's going on. We didn't know which scenario it was going to be out of that wheel, earthquake, plague, meteors, typhoon, tornadoes, you know, basically what one was going to come around that dial. Well, we drew this. The thing is that when we drew this, though, there's strange. I keep coming back to that. It's strange because even if you prepared your whole life for this, like I pretty much so have prepared my whole life off and on for now, for this. And I think I was put here to help others. I've always tried to help others at least over half my life. You know, when you're young and dumb, you go run around and do stupid things. That's being young and dumb. You're supposed to do that. That's normal. Do you know that has been taken away now too? Kids are not allowed to be young and dumb and go out there and do things right now. They're being robbed of their little kids are being robbed of their child. I mean, I love you guys, man, but I feel so bad for you if you're stuck in the city. Because right now, my neighbors and my friends and people in my area, you wouldn't even know there was a virus right now because we're not tied down by the city situation to where you can't do this. I mean, we're staying the distances, but we're out enjoying some. It was like summer today, part of the day here. Kids were riding their bikes, people were riding their little scooters around, their little quads. Some of that, of course, is not even permitted where I live, but what the hell are they going to do? Literally. People were enjoying the weather. And bikers got it made right now. If you got a bike, you can go out and travel all over, at least in Oregon. Serious. And then little brain Governor Kate, as you can tell, I try to tolerate her because she is the governor, but she just has never been for the people. It's always been about other businesses, about other things, and about people who aren't even from here. I mean, and giving away monies to all those kind of things and robbing us to do it. And I'm not prejudiced. I don't care. We all need to survive. I'm not going to go into my opinions on that right now because we're in serious time. Again, if everybody needs to unite that's here. We are this another thing is, do you notice we haven't even heard anything about the borders? All of a sudden we're not getting invaded like 100,000 people a day. Do you realize San Diego border down there was getting 100,000 plus illegals a day? It's gone down to such a number that they don't even talk about it, guys. Another thing, real quick, we have troop movements and we've got rail cars full of army vehicles right now going towards California and other places, but towards California, big time. Maybe you don't keep up on things. Let me tell you something else that happened last summer, towards a little after summer. We had helicopters going and flying through the streets of LA without announced. Nobody was notified. And they were doing these, like breaking into banks or weird little businesses and flying in and swooping people out and all this weirdness. Look on it about the helicopters in LA. It was just so strange. Was it strange? Or were they preparing for this? You know, as much as this is an act of war, this is a bioweapon. We know where it came from. Do you think they're all in on it? The one world government? A lot of people do believe this is the step. 7 seals, 7 bowls, etc. I mean, if you look at it, a lot of those things are right now happening. I talked to some people, they believe the weather is getting ready to just get nutty. Now, whether it's from another planet or what, who knows? So, in the last, do you realize 15 or 20 minutes while we've been talking, how many different things we've covered? I'm trying to throw it all at you so you can take it in and you can decide. Of course, with that, we use the Fair Use Act. Nothing here is real until the Wuhan monster's knocking at our door and taking away our lives, taking away our freedoms. You think people are going to sit around much longer and let this thing take away their lives and their freedoms? They're not. You know how I know? Because of what we heard and what we're going to hear in the I'm going to cover some more news on this too. States are rebelling. They're going to open it back up. And so the people, whether this gets spread more or it goes away, the rebellion has started officially. People are not going to be locked in their homes. And I'll put it to you this way. People cannot be locked in their homes. Summer is coming, the heat. Most people don't have air conditioner. You find this really strange too. You know how we tried to have all the bills covered? And they're just covering the necessity ones. Your credit cards, as far as I know, everybody's still supposed to pay that. I don't know, maybe not. Any debts and other things, mortgages, supposedly it's been put off and you'll pay it later kind of thing. But there's other bills that aren't. And then I checked on phones, cell phones, they're waiving things right now. The utilities are. You don't think these people are greedy, guys. Greedy. You think they're doing this out of the courtesy or wonderful warm spot in their heart? No, they're not. They're in on this. There is something way bigger making this happen. So, with that, I'm just going to let you listen to the first part of this news, and then we'll catch you some regular news next. Feel free to send me your opinions and what you think. Go out there where you're bored and travel around on your little internet things and see what the heck is going on. There is things that I guarantee you the new AI did take effect on Facebook. I got pulled on some of my stuff on Facebook that wasn't even nothing like what we're talking about right now even. And some things even buy, sell, and trade, like a wooden stove. I had a wood stove I was selling. And they don't want people buying wood stoves right now. Strange. Anything that could prepare you for getting off the grid or surviving. And some places don't want you to plant gardens now. What the hell? And in our own area in Oregon, different places, they tried to stop burning. I mean, summertime we burn like debris and stuff and other things. They're trying to stop that too. So it just gets stranger is what I'm saying, guys. And I love you all, and I will pray for you. And I appreciate you tuning in. And if you're new to Healthcare Sucks, welcome aboard. Because together we're going to get through this. As soon as I can put the pieces together more than what I have right now, I will tell you. Remember I told you guys when at one point I'd tell you when it was time to lock down, get your foods and stuff? I did, didn't I? When I told you if you were bugging out, to bug the hell out, I did, didn't I? Now I'm coming to you to talk about survival. Because now it is survival. With all the meats going, the vegetables, the weirdness, the aisles getting locked on, half a truck of supplies. Oh, good news, I heard. They're going to have toilet paper back on the shelf for everybody. You can wipe your butts again. Whoopee-doo! There's a lot more serious things than toilet paper, guys. Feeding yourselves is way more important. And I don't have the chemistry sets or know anybody that can analyze food right now. If I knew somebody that could analyze vegetables, meats, and etc., I'd be analyzing all this stuff because I guarantee you there's some strange crap going on in the food right now too. I'm not throwing this out lightly. I do have some resources that are pointing that way. In addition, I covered it if you go back, some new nanite spray that they spray inside of fuel tanks and stuff. They're spraying it in the air and on your benches and in the hospitals to get on us. And we know cloud farts are real. They finally admitted that. One last thing before I close. What if, like I believe it was either the Penguin or Joker of the Batman series, the real ones, not the cartoons, where everybody was using different soaps and different chemicals, and when you combined them, you weirded out or did something? What I'm saying is, what if combining these different things, it's going to get into you? Do you know if you go back and you watch Israel News Live and the lady that came on there was talking about in the injections, this will probably get me pulled, they're going to put things. Yes, things. For instance, this is just some of the things. Possibly nanites, possibly some kind of genetically engineered human mouse DNAs and stuff in there. With some kind of baby stuff. Like, they use baby stuff for all kinds of things anyway, guys. That ain't right. Now you're not going to, it's all going to be in there. For real. This is for real, guys. This is not hypochondriacism. This is not fiction. This is reality, where we're heading. And when you get that stuff in you, and something clips, could be 5G, could be something else. Will you even be yourself the next day? Will you even know when you're not yourself? Will you even be able to respond when somebody comes up to you and says, you're not acting like yourself? Will we? Is it too late already? Could it be that if it's not too late for us, you and I, Team 99, and my viewers, it is too late maybe for some people already? So I urge you to keep your eyes open everywhere, 360, behind you too. Make sure you watch everything and listen to everything. Watch the skies. I've been watching, I was outside most of the day. I watched clear blue skies in Oregon. No plane farts. Are you guys seeing plane farts? I would love to know. Let me know. Get me some pictures of plane farts. I don't think they're spraying no more, guys, because they've accomplished what they were set to do. So let me. Yeah, I'm kind of old and crusty right now, but I'll be okay. Working out keeps me healthy. Oh, it's not wanting to play. Isn't that strange?
And elsewhere. The second phase.
Here we go.
That the number of dead is.
Check this out.
Dead is far higher than reported. Tonight, more than 3,700 additional names. Major changes people would have to get used to even after the country starts to open up.
You may be having dinner with a waiter wearing gloves, maybe a face mask.
And who has the ultimate power to reopen America, the president or governors? Inside the testing crisis, the enormous lines. Why is it so hard to do enough testing to get back to business safely? Our look at what's holding it up. Barack Obama breaking his silence, endorsing Joe Biden, his new message in the middle of the pandemic.
Did you see they're not swabbing alone anymore? They're taking blood now. They're taking everybody's DNA and cataloging it. I guarantee you. There's definitely something bad going on, guys. So with that, I'm going to end this. We'll do some more news next. Just news. I hope and pray you're okay. Please pray for me and my family. Together, we're going to get through this. We're going to win the Wuhan monster and kick his ass. And we're going to win whatever else they throw at us. Because you know why? Because we are Team 99. We are strong. And we, as Team 99, are part of the 99%. There's more of us than them. Remember that. There's only 1% of them. The time to stand up is now. And healthcare sucks. Over and out. Have a good night, and I'll be back with some news. Because healthcare sucks!